We got married April 6th and divorced May 28th.
So you're divorced?
Yes. But there is a 90-day waiting period in Islam where it's basically you have 90 days to see if you're pregnant, because then he would...
Whoa, wait a minute. You mean to tell me that this woman was married for 2 months and she has a 90-day waiting period? Do you think she's gonna make that 90-day waiting period? Comment your thoughts under this video. Now, I wanna welcome you guys to another episode of Wall Watch, where we see how women respond to hitting the wall. Today's question is a really simple one. Do you actually believe that this woman was married? And what does this show you about modern relationships? Are you surprised? Once again, comment your thoughts under this video. Most importantly, like and subscribe to the channel because I'm posting daily content. My name is Bertrand. I am the coolest dude on the planet and I'm your friend. Confidence and clarity is the goal. So let's finish this interview. Here we go.
We got married April 6th and divorced May 28th.
So you're divorced?
Yes. But there is a 90-day waiting period in Islam where it's basically you have 90 days to see if you're pregnant, because then he would be responsible, right? And then also in those 90 days, it's for reconciliation because Allah wants you to stay married. And then during those 90 days, you are not to entertain anybody romantically. So what I will say is that Islam has made my life a lot easier. I think even with this.
Do you think that she's actually going to wait this period out before someone else is putting her through the mattress? Just knowing her history and seeing how she's changed or tried to change, but it just looks like she's just wearing a different costume. It looks like the same character, just in a different costume. Let's continue. Let's finish this clip.
This transition and things changing. Right. Honestly, it's I don't think anybody gets married to not stay married. So I think my biggest thing for me is this is a nice 90-day reset, just focusing on myself and pouring into myself. And what I also will add is that I followed my heart, and that's more than what most people can say in this world. And I have no shame in that. That's why I'm here. BET Awards. As you can see, I'm out here on this blacktop by myself.
Yeah,
So is that a flex or is that a red flag? Is it a burning red flag? Is this a sign? She's showing you, she's telling you exactly who she is and exactly what she is. Now, again, 4 categories: wife, companion, fun girl, or gold digger. This woman didn't even make it 2 months. Listen, the crazy part about making it 2 months is that's the honeymoon stage. That's when you're kissing, you're holding hands, everything in your relationship should be great, right? Because it's the beginning, right? I always say relationships get worse as time goes on. So,
babe, if you miss this, I'm gonna divorce you.
Time goes on. So if this woman got a divorce with us knowing her history, if she got a divorce after only being married for 2 months, it makes me ask you guys a few questions. Number one, do you believe that this was actually a real marriage? Now, before you answer that question, I want you to think about this. She is a content creator, right? Kevin Gates, the guy she was married to, is a rapper, right? So when you think about it, you have a rapper and a content creator in a marriage together. Now, is there any benefit? Is there anything that these two can capitalize off of being together or pretending to be together? Well, more attention, more clicks equals more money for the both of them, right? Especially if Kevin Gates has something coming out, or maybe if he's just trying to promote or get people more interested in the music that he's putting out. If this woman could not make it work with Kevin Gates, who can she actually make it work with? Do you think she could make it work with you or another guy? I just asked that question because I'm going to say this, and I know a lot of guys keep trying to downplay the way she looks, but let me say this. This woman is attractive enough to where there are going to be plenty of guys who are constantly going to keep trying. As long as she's single, men are going to constantly try because every guy thinks he's going to be the Lucky Johnson. He's going to be the guy to get her to actually be the good woman that she's claiming to be. The issue is she's constantly following her heart. Now, I'm going to tell you, this sounds like a man who's constantly listening to and following his Johnson. This sounds like a woman who is constantly following her box, because what it sounds like is she cannot be confined. She cannot be put into one situation. She has to remain free. Because she has to remain free, again, the category that stands out the most is not a wife and is not a companion. You're looking at a fun girl or a gold digger. Now, I don't know which one she is because I haven't had any interactions with her, so I don't know if she's really into money and really into getting you to buy her everything that she wants. But what I can tell you is she is short-term fun. It doesn't matter which mistake you make, the mistake of getting into a relationship with her, or the mistake of having a baby with her, or the ultimate mistake of actually getting married to her. No matter which mistake you make, it will be short term. And this is what she's showing us. I don't know what we're looking at or what we have to think about. Even for me, I'll say this was good for me to see, because you may think, or I may think that, okay, you know what? She put on a different costume. She sounds a little bit different, but
You know what I say? Shut the up when a real bitch is talking.
Okay.
Shut up.
Okay. Take the room.
Shut up. Shut the up.
Yes, ma'am. Here we go.
Because I'm a real bitch. You hear what I'm saying?
Talk.
And I care. And I'm a hopeful romantic.
Oh,
But
God.
I can't control. At the end of the day, I try to force something that wasn't mine.
seems like she's still the same character. It seems like just because she changed her costume, this reminds me of my acting days when I was actually on movie sets, commercials, TV shows, stuff like that, right? Like a lot of times, like I would see the actors, because I did a lot of background work. Of course, I didn't book the big roles that I wanted, but whatever, right? This reminds me of the times where like I could see, or I didn't agree with how they casted a movie. For instance, if they chose the hot girl, right? Like the hot girl versus the down bad girl. And you're looking at these women before they put the costumes on and you like, she definitely has to be the hot girl because she looks way better than the hot girl. But then you see them on set and I'm still saying to myself, they got this one wrong. But that doesn't change who these people actually are. All they did was put a costume on them. Now, because of the costume, you may actually believe what you're looking at. But I say to you again, she's in the entertainment business. She's a content creator. He's a rapper, right? So clout, clicks, attention usually equals more money because the attention that comes with it means people are watching. When people are watching, that means advertisers want a piece of it. That means if she has anything going on social media, this would be the perfect time to sell because all the eyeballs are on her. Now, do you actually think that this woman is going to wait 90 days? I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I really don't. I really don't think so, because when she said that she needed a 90-day reset for a marriage that didn't even last 2 months. So she's gonna get a mental break of at least 3 months when she was married for less than 2 months. That means the break from the marriage is actually longer than the marriage. That's crazy to me. I'm saying it because I was married and I got divorced, but I was married for 5 years. So when I'm speaking to you guys about like relationships, it's because I have a little bit of experience. I know I wasn't married for an entire lifetime, but just the fact that I was married and the things that I experienced in that marriage, oh my God. This woman, 2 months, she should still be in the honeymoon phase. Now, here's another red flag that she said. people don't get married just to get divorced. There are plenty of women who are looking to get married just to get divorced because they see that bag, they see that house, they see those cars, they see those properties, they see more than just money. They see resources that they did not have to work for. They see things that they can get, and all they had to do was pretend and lay on their back, whether it was enjoyable or not. They know that there's a huge payment, a huge payout on the back end. So do women get married not thinking about getting a divorce? Well, here's another thing right here. Here's something else that goes with that. Let's just say that that's true. Men and women are not held to the same standard, so women can always weasel their way out of this, right? Because a man is supposed to stand on principles. He's supposed to be a man of his word. But we constantly keep seeing that women are let off the hook. And all it takes is a change of emotions. I know you guys don't realize this, or maybe you do. Maybe you do. Women's emotions change from day to day, week to week, month to month, year to year, right? You get it. We're talking postpartum, her monthly cycle. And then as she gets older, menopause is kicking in. Now,
and that sent me on my own reconnaissance, my own researching, and that's when I came up with dry vagina syndrome that women have when they're in perimenopause. And I had all the symptoms of what that felt like, and I realized, oh, I'm 54 years old. They say, I learned that perimenopause can start in your late 30s even, and early 40s. Yep. I thought, clearly, I'm 54. But at that point, nobody had really had a serious conversation.
Now, if you don't know what menopause is, where her body temperature is completely different from everybody else's, she's hot, and I mean super hot, sweating hot, when everybody else is cold. Again, this is something you're not ready for. This is something you don't even know that's coming, but I assure you that it is. Now, Brittany Renner, again, will constantly get a lot of chances and opportunities from men because she is in a different circle, right? Because she does have a big social media following. She's going to constantly end up in these different circles where these people she may actually know, or she may actually have some kind of contact with, which means she's in the circles of the people where she can get these things to happen. Some people are paying attention to what's going on online, and some people are not. Some people are like, you know what? She seems like a nice girl. I think she finally changed, right? These are things that you don't realize. And like I said before, there are some people who are going to get into these types of relationships because it will allow them to get back into the public eye. Once they get back into the public eye, if they have anything to sell, now they can make money. Because if you know, then you know that it's hard to make it as a content creator. You have to constantly be putting out content that's relevant. And I'm gonna tell you, it's extremely hard. But I want to just give you guys a few things that I actually learned from watching this clip and listening to Brittany Renner, because I've done videos on her already where we can see just how crazy her personality actually is. Like, sometimes she's cool and she's a super duper sweetheart, but then you see the demon come out of this woman. And I know every woman has it, but the way that she's shown it on social media has just been completely different from the majority of women that I've seen. At least some women will keep it hid. They'll keep that out of the public eye, but she has put her entire self on display for everyone to see. Now, let's go ahead and give credit where credit is due. Here are the few things I learned, and here are the things I want to give her credit for. Entertainers entertain. No matter what clothes they're wearing, they are showing you who and what they are at all times. Now, you may be fooled, but that doesn't change who they are. In fact, a lot of times you'll see that they did not change who they are. They just put on something different to give you the illusion. Pay attention to a woman who's constantly saying that she's following her heart, because if she's constantly following her heart, that means she lives her life solely through her emotions, which means she will switch up on you at any point in time and leave you in a place wondering what you did wrong. The biggest thing I learned is that short-term fun is literally short-term fun no matter which mistake you make. And to go with that, a lot of women think, act, and talk like her, speak like her. So if you come across a woman who sounds like this, again, it is showing you exactly what she is. Why is that important for you to know? Because you're adapting to dating. You're realizing what's going on around you because things have changed. The rules to dating have changed. The rules to how people are living have changed. Morals have gone out the window. Some people have them and some people have completely different morals, because we no longer live in a time where people can be shamed for their decisions, only looked at and said, well, that's her decision, that's her life. Let her live that out. In fact, you should let her live it out. There's no need to judge her. The only thing you need to judge is what you're doing with your mind, with your body, with your finances. Focus on you. Focus on your passion. Focus on what you want to do, because that's what's important. Yes, you want a woman, I want a woman, but a lot of times, and especially in today's time where women get to scrolling, I mean, the majority of women are short term. The majority of women are short term, which means you get a turn. So when your turn is over, you got to ask yourself, did you enjoy it? Because it's going to end. And it's probably going to end with her ending up with someone else. But you know what? I got a question for you. What do you think? Comment under this video. Remember, when you are watching these videos, you are becoming the best version of yourself. Now that this video is done, do me a huge favor. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you on the next one. Peace.